In the hushed corridors of monastic traditions, the principle of detachment stands tall. It's a concept that isn't about distancing from the world, but rather understanding it from a space of profound clarity. The beauty lies in the realization that true connection flourishes when it's free of the bindings of expectation and fear. At its heart, detachment in monastic practices is a call to release possessive ties, expectations, and the anxiety of loss. These ties, like clouds, can often obscure the luminescent moon of genuine relationships. Detaching from these transient emotions allows the innate luminosity of relationships to shine through. Monks, with their disciplined lives and focus on inner reflection, cultivate a profound understanding of this concept. Their intervals of solitude and introspection are not exercises in loneliness, but in honing an inner clarity. This clarity, in turn, becomes a foundation, allowing them to form connections that are deep, meaningful, and unburdened by external influences. By integrating this monastic approach, we have the opportunity to redefine relationships in the contemporary world. A world where relationships can be deep-rooted in genuine connection and understanding, rather than superficial expectations or societal pressures. In the dance of human interactions, expectations often take the lead, guiding the rhythm and flow. They dictate the steps, sometimes leading to graceful pirouettes, at other times causing us to stumble. When we approach relationships laden with preconceived notions and desires, it becomes a recipe for misunderstandings and disappointments. Taking a leaf out of monastic wisdom, being present in interactions without layers of anticipation can be transformative. Such presence means that each interaction is raw, genuine, and untainted by the baggage of the past or the anxiety of the future. It's like two artists painting on a fresh canvas, each stroke a testament to their authentic selves. The beauty of letting go of these expectations is the space it creates. Space for genuine laughter, spontaneous moments, and unexpected joys. Relationships, in this liberated state, become fluid dances of authenticity, where partners or friends move in sync, celebrating each unscripted moment. True connection, after all, is about embracing the individual in their entirety. It's about seeing and accepting them as they are, rather than through the tinted glasses of desires and wants. It's in this acceptance that relationships find their truest depth. Monastic traditions emphasize the art of being truly present. In a world saturated with distractions and countless stimuli, the ability to be truly here and now with someone else is becoming a rare gift. Yet, it's this very presence that can infuse life into the relationships we value. Each time we genuinely listen, without planning a response or letting our minds wander, we honor the other person. This act is akin to telling them that, in that moment, they are the most important universe. Such active presence fosters trust, understanding, and an unmistakable bond. From a monastic perspective, being present isn't just about physicality. It encompasses a holistic approach where mind, body, and spirit align in the now. This alignment reveals the depth and layers of the person in front of us, fostering a connection that's beyond the superficial. Cultivating such presence, while challenging in the age of constant notifications and endless to-do lists, can be the cornerstone of deepening relationships. It allows us to experience others in their fullness, making interactions more enriching and heartfelt. Monastic teachings often revolve around the liberation found in letting go. Holding on tightly to past grudges, regrets, or even moments of joy can tether relationships to stagnation, preventing their organic growth and evolution. By letting go, we don't erase memories or devalue experiences. Instead, it's about creating room for the new, allowing relationships to breathe and flourish. It's akin to clearing clutter from a room, permitting fresh air and light to flood in. As monks demonstrate, detachment doesn't imply indifference or neglect. It's a conscious choice to cherish moments without being enslaved by them. In relationships, this translates to celebrating experiences without being trapped in their shadows. Embracing this philosophy allows relationships to be fluid and adaptive. It instills resilience, ensuring that connections are not brittle, but are rather flexible, bending and swaying with the winds of change, yet never breaking. solitude is an integral element in monastic life. It provides a sacred space to connect with oneself, to reflect, and to grow. In the realm of relationships, solitude isn't about isolation but about deepening self-awareness. Understanding oneself, our desires, fears, and aspirations, creates a foundation for healthier relationships. It ensures that connections aren't sought to fill voids or to escape personal demons, but are instead a celebration of mutual growth and understanding. The intervals of solitude that monks cherish can teach us the value of introspection in relationships. Taking time for oneself, to delve into personal depths, enriches the tapestry of shared experiences, making shared moments even more meaningful. Embracing solitude, thus, isn't a step away from relationships but towards them. It nurtures individuality, ensuring that connections are a union of two wholes rather than two halves seeking completion. Within the silent walls of monasteries, vulnerability is seen as a strength, not a weakness. It is the gateway to authenticity, allowing monks to connect deeply with themselves and the world around them. In relationships, vulnerability is the bridge to true intimacy. It's about showing up as our genuine selves, stripped of pretenses and masks. This raw authenticity fosters trust, understanding, and a bond that's difficult to articulate but easy to feel. Being vulnerable doesn't imply constant emotional outpouring or tearing down boundaries. It means having the courage to express feelings, needs, and desires without the fear of judgment and the openness to receive the same from others. Relationships rooted in such genuine openness flourish. They become sanctuaries of mutual respect and admiration, where both individuals grow, not just as partners or friends but as authentic beings, embracing both strengths and imperfections. Monastic communities, though bound by shared values and disciplines, are comprised of individuals with distinct backgrounds and personalities. It's in the amalgamation of these differences that the true strength of the community emerges. Similarly, in relationships, differences aren't hurdles but opportunities. They introduce new perspectives, challenge our viewpoints, and enrich our world. Instead of seeking uniformity, celebrating these differences can make relationships vibrant and dynamic. Engaging with someone who offers a different viewpoint can be a path to personal growth. It challenges one to question, reflect, and sometimes even change long-held beliefs. This dynamic exchange is what keeps relationships alive and stimulating. True connection is not about finding an identical twin but about harmonizing with someone who complements us. Like two pieces of a puzzle, it's the differences that ensure a snug fit, creating a picture larger and more beautiful than individual pieces could ever portray. Boundaries, in monastic settings, are revered. They aren't walls but guidelines that ensure mutual respect and understanding. Boundaries protect the sacred space of individuality and foster a sense of safety and trust. In the tapestry of relationships, setting clear boundaries is crucial. It helps individuals understand where they stand, what's acceptable, and where lines shouldn't be crossed. This clarity prevents misunderstandings and ensures that interactions are rooted in respect. Just as monks have their sacred hours for meditation and reflection, individuals in relationships can set boundaries for personal time, space, or even emotional needs. This isn't about creating distance but ensuring that closeness doesn't become stifling. Healthy boundaries thus become the pillars on which strong relationships stand. They ensure that connections are balanced, where both individuals feel valued, heard, and understood. In the tranquil ambience of monasteries, communication isn't always verbal. Yet, the silent understanding, the unspoken words, and the shared glances speak volumes. Communication, in its essence, is the lifeline of connections. In relationships, effective communication is the bridge that spans differences, resolves conflicts, and fosters deeper understanding. It's not just about speaking, but listening, not just about expressing, but understanding. Adopting the monastic principle of mindful communication means engaging with intention and clarity. It's about being present in conversations, actively listening, and responding with empathy and compassion. In this dance of words and silences, relationships find their rhythm. Through open dialogues and heart-to-heart conversations, bonds are strengthened, ensuring that the relationship grows in depth and understanding. The sands of time, in their relentless flow, bring with them the winds of change. Everything, including the deepest of relationships, undergoes evolution. Monastic teachings guide us towards the acceptance of this impermanence, offering wisdom on navigating these shifting sands with grace and poise. Instead of clinging to past moments or dreading potential futures, there's immense freedom in embracing change as it comes. Each phase of a relationship, like the changing seasons, brings its own flavor and charm. By appreciating these nuances, relationships remain vibrant, evolving entities, reflecting the changing dynamics of life itself. Such acceptance, steeped in monastic wisdom, allows gratitude to bloom. Moments, no matter how fleeting, become treasures to be cherished. The laughter shared, the tears shed, and the silences savored become poignant reminders of the beauty of transience. In acknowledging the ever-evolving nature of relationships, one realizes a profound truth. It's not about holding onto a static idea or memory, but celebrating the journey itself. And in this journey, relationships find their true purpose, unshackled by the illusion of permanence.